The airbag is mounted to the center of the steering wheel with special safety Torx bolts that requires a special tool to remove. To provide an additional measure of safety, most vehicle manufacturers wrap the airbag harnesses in a yellow tape. An airbag warning lamp will illuminate or flash when the ignition key is turned on, and the lamp will remain on or flashing for up to 10 seconds while the system goes through a self-test. If a problem is detected in any of the sensors or circuits, the airbag lamp will remain illuminated. If the airbag lamp stays on or comes on while driving, the diagnostic trouble codes that indicate the affected circuit can be retrieved by either using a scan tool or using the manufacturer's procedures to retrieve the codes through blink codes. To remove an airbag, disconnect the negative battery cable and wait the amount of time specified in the manufacturer's service manual for the capacitor to discharge. Then, with the wheels in the straight-ahead position, lock the steering wheel with the ignition key turned to the lock position. Use the special Torx socket to remove the bolts that retain the airbag. And disconnect the electrical connector from the harness to the back of the airbag module. Place the airbag module face up on a workbench. Never place the module face down, as an unintended deployment will cause it to launch upward. Disconnect the airbag harness retainer on the steering wheel and remove the steering wheel nut. If there are no alignment marks on the steering wheel and steering shaft, mark the shaft and wheel with touch-up paint or a white liquid eraser for paper. Use a steering wheel puller with the right size bolts to pull the steering wheel from the main shaft. Never use bolts with threads that are too long, as they may damage the clock spring or spiral cable for the airbag. Never hammer on the main shaft nor try to pull the wheel off without a puller, as damage to the column or personal injury can result. The spiral cable or clock spring is used to maintain electrical contact in the airbag circuit as the steering wheel is turned. With the steering wheel removed, remove the connecting hardware, then remove the clock spring or spiral cable. The clock spring or spiral cable must be centered when reinstalled, or damage to the clock spring will result. Follow the directions in the manufacturer's service manual for the centering procedure. Typically, the clock spring is rewound counterclockwise to one end and then unwound 3 turns until the marks or notches on the spring and housing are aligned.